Welcome to this video on working from home. During this unprecedented time, many of you have been requested to work from home on a temporary basis. As your employer, the WWETB have specific duties to ensure the safety, health and welfare at work of all employees. And this includes your workspace where you are required to work from home. We have prepared the short animation to help ensure that you can work from home as comfortably and safely as possible. Please take a few minutes to view this video today and regularly over the coming weeks. So many of us are working from home unexpectedly. Most will not have a ready-to-go home office setup, so will be doing their very best working at the kitchen table or worse again, on the sofa. The legalities of home working specify that when working on a computer continuously for more than an hour a day, the computer workstation must be assessed and employees provided with a minimum standard of equipment. COVID-19 has turned working lives upside down, resulting in thousands finding themselves sitting with a laptop at the kitchen table whilst sitting on a kitchen chair. Practicality has to prevail. If working from home using a setup that technically may not comply with the legal requirements reduces the risk of being exposed to the COVID-19 virus, well then, certainly working from home is the lower of the two risks. Working from home will present some challenges. For some, this will be trying to work in the middle of family life. For others, it will be trying not to feel isolated. We will also need to adjust to developing our own routine. So, before we get to the workstation setup, there are a few things you need to think about before you start to work. Have you identified a suitable space to work from temporarily? This space should be able to be accessed easily and safely. There should be adequate light, ventilation and heat to allow you to work comfortably. Is there enough space to allow you to work without twisting, bending or standing awkwardly? Is there enough workspace to accommodate the equipment or other materials needed for your work? Is the floor clear and dry? For example, kept clear of electrical cables or anything else that could cause you to slip or trip. Is the workspace free of clutter? Are electrical sockets, plugs and cords in good condition with no exposed wiring or frayed cables? Once you know where you are going to work every day, let others in your home know that for certain times during the day that this is your workspace. And while you are there, you will be working. This will help when trying to separate your work life from your daily life, which of course is very important. Try to follow a similar routine that you had while you were on site, and if possible, stick to the same break times and hours of work. And most importantly, keep in regular contact with colleagues. Now that we know we are going to work at home, there are some practical things you can do whilst working at home using a laptop which will help with your posture and reduce the risks of pain and discomfort. The Health and Safety Authority advise that suitable equipment already available in the employee's home can be considered for temporary work from there. So here are some top tips. Avoid using the couch as your workstation. Use a flat surface such as a kitchen table or worktop that has enough space underneath for your knees and thighs. Take a short break away from the laptop every hour. Get up, walk around, stand up when you take a phone call, stand up and stretch. Use a rolled up thin pillow or cushion to provide lumbar support on your chair. And if your elbows are below the table when working, put a cushion on your chair to raise yourself up. If you have a keyboard and mouse which is separate to your laptop, place your laptop up on some books to get the monitor to the correct height. Better still, if you have a separate monitor, place it at approximately arm's length and also make sure it is at the correct height for you. Try not to set up your laptop or monitor in front of a window, as this can result in issues with glare, and if there is glare, move to another part of the table. Yes, of course, the ideal scenario is that you have a monitor, riser, keyboard, mouse, and adjustable chair and a workstation assessment. But we have to let sense prevail in the circumstances. So, follow these top tips to setting up your workstation to be the best it can be in the circumstances. Use a flat surface with enough legroom underneath as your workstation. Take regular short breaks away from your laptop or computer. Use a rolled up cushion or pillow to provide a lumbar support. If your elbows are lower than the table surface, use a cushion to raise yourself up. If you have a separate keyboard and mouse, raise your laptop up on books. And of course, don't forget the most basics of safety. Working from home has its challenges. It's a new way of working for most of us, and we are going to be exposed to hazards which we normally would not have at work. For example, toys on the floor. Slips, trips and falls are the most common cause of workplace accidents. So, when working from home, we need to be extra vigilant of our surroundings. Keep the area around your workstation free from clutter and ensure that your access to your workstation is clear and dry and free from anything that could cause you to slip, trip or fall. The situation we all find ourselves in is unprecedented. So, let's be sensible and try to work together to reduce the impact. We will keep in contact with you regularly by email and phone, but in the meantime, if you have any concerns or an emergency arises, don't hesitate to contact your line manager or the WWETB Safety Advisor.